All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you may be watching this video. It's your boy BOJ. Today is Friday, January the 23rd, 2026. And in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the newest features in MoveQuest called the pay-as-you-go system, right? We all know at this point, hopefully you know what MoveQuest is. MoveQuest is our opportunity to earn and be rewarded in cryptocurrency with our daily movement, with our daily activity, with our steps, with our sleep, with our calories burnt, all of these things that help lead to a more active lifestyle, right? We have the ability to really combine health and wealth, right? In this system, in this MoveQuest system, there has not really been historically a lot of opportunities for folks to earn by sharing, right? This has not been a multi-level market company. This has been a crypto protocol. This is started off as a project. It is now a crypto protocol, MoveQuest is. So it's done a lot of growing over the last, I'll say 2 years. I'm going to speak a little bit ahead because I've been involved personally since August of 2024. And I know it's still January of 26, but since my time, I've always been intrigued with MoveQuest since the day that I joined because of just the ability that I had to mine this cryptocurrency with my own physical activity. It is now we have the opportunity as just folks that see this as a great idea, right? You don't have to be any kind of special leadership position. We've talked about the cost of entry being very, very low, and we're going to continue to talk about that in MoveQuest. It's not free to be here. In some cases, it can feel like uh, uh, an expensive project to be a part of if you want to take your miners to the next level and different things of that nature. But there's a huge opportunity for folks that are just getting started, for folks that are just doing phantom mining. They're just trying to get their feet wet. Your best opportunity right now is right now because they have just introduced a few things that I think you need to know about. So before we get started and talk about them, I want to remind everyone first that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor, right? I am just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking out uh, all these. I'm cranking out that crypto in I say all these different platforms. It's really just MoveQuest right now. So I'm excited about what opportunities we have here. Of course, don't give anybody your seed phrases. Don't give anybody your pertinent information. Don't get anybody your wallet information that can compromise your hard-earned assets. All right. Let's be diligent. Let's be vigilant in this space. Use official links. All that different stuff that is very, very, very important. All right. When interacting with MoveQuest.com and your MetaMask, please make sure that all links that you see when they ask you for approval and confirmations are coming from MoveQuest.com. All right. I repeat, MoveQuest.com. Okay. So let me just talk about really quickly why I'm so excited about the pay as you go system for the new people. Now, me personally, I'm a person that has all of my docking slots filled with the highest miners that I could possibly have. It cost me um, thousands of dollars to have these miners. And I have some in reserve even for when the leasing comes. But that is how I have decided to build. There's a lot of you that are just seeing that as this recently. There's a lot of you that see this as a great idea, but don't know exactly how you can earn. There's a lot of you that are seeing this opportunity from the outside as folks that have been in this space for a while and are really trying to pay some bills, right? You really have, you may have been in opportunities that give you that opportunity to, when you share with others, gives you a strong opportunity to get a reward back. And while this is not a multi-level marketing company at all, there are some opportunities to earn, right? Outside from the regular mining that we do, right? I do believe that this pay as you go way is going to help a lot of people earn some crypto right now in rewards and also not have to sell their MQT to be able to have their submission fees ready to go. All right. So let me go ahead and get myself ready here to talk about pay as you go. But I do believe that this system right here is going to change a lot of folks' um, perspective on what this opportunity can do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my phone which has my application, the MoveQuest app on it. All right. Let me actually do it this way. All right, so what I'm about to pull up now is the MoveQuest application on our phones. Okay, so when you've gotten into MoveQuest and you've gotten a part of the situation, your MoveQuest will probably look like this. You may not even have any steps in here available, right? I have my phone on the charger right now, so as soon as I get my phone on the charger, some of these stats will start to show up for me. So I'm not freaking out about seeing zero. One thing that I want to mention for the new folks is you have so many different resources to help you get started with this, right? How to download and set up the MoveQuest app, how to create a MoveQuest account and claim Phantom miners, how to create a new MetaMask wallet. All that stuff is right here in here, the app for you. So make sure you get the app as well. You will need to make sure you have a little bit of Avalanche in your MetaMask wallet so that you can move it over to your spending wallet and finish the process of getting in the app if you haven't already. If you're encountering some issues getting into the application, make sure that you have filled your spending wallet here, right? See that spending wallet? When you click on that wallet at the top right, and also when you're getting the app for the first time, it'll tell you what your spending wallet is as soon as you have linked your MetaMask wallet address in this system. All right, it's gonna read it. It's gonna let you know how much spending wallet money you have in your wallet, right? Here's what we want to do for this example, just me showing you guys. Now, a lot of you will be able to do this on the Avalanche network because you do not have all your docking slots filled, okay? But for me, I have all my docking slots filled with Titans, okay? Now, if I didn't, if all of these were zero, that brand new person, right, which is what I'm about to show you on the QuestNet chain, right? I'm gonna just move over to the QuestNet chain. You guys do not have to do this. You guys can stay in Avalanche, especially if your docking slots look like this, right? Now, I've opened a couple here, but I have not plugged any miners in them, all right? To participate in the pay as you mine, right? As you can see, I've already set mines up, but for this example, I'm gonna go ahead and delete it. To delete it, you press the red X right there, and it'll put it back at zero, right? So to see this pay as you mine section, all right, so as you can see, pay as you mine is disabled. To see this pay as you mine section, you will need to set up your Phantom miners. So hopefully you have them set up. You can use up to 18 now, ladies and gentlemen. So if you see this right here, 18 Trailblazer Phantom miners, you're gonna be able to mine with 1800% mining power for not 90 days anymore. It is now 135 days you're going to be able to mine with these Phantom miners. I think that is a huge deal, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's a huge deal. So you want to be able to, you want to set that up first, right? So once you've set that, you'll see your total mining power at the top. It'll reflect how many Trailblazers you have. I want to mention that this is 10 cents per miner at this level to submit your proof of activity. So for $1.80 a day, you could future proof. If you really wanted to future proof yourself for 135 days for $1.80 a day, I think that's like 200. It's like $240 some dollars worth of Avalanche. You could decide that you just want to future proof yourself and put $250 in your spending wallet, and you will have enough AVAX in your wallet to cover your fees for the whole 135 days. You wouldn't even have to worry about adding more money or anything like that. Now, when you're talking about your barrier to entry, it costs a couple dollars to get into the app because you had to pay for gas fees to swipe the PIN code over. All that stuff you'll be able to see for yourself. If you get a part of the pay as you mine and you decide to mint with all 18, and you don't have to mine with all 18. You can decrease these as you choose. So as you can see, I can decrease these. I can choose to only mine with 10. And that would mean 10 cents times 10 is $1, right? So I would only have to have $1 worth of Avalanche in my wallet every day to take advantage of that. that's something that is a huge opportunity for the new folks, especially when we're talking about cost of entry, staying low and being affordable for folks. And you don't have to just drop all that avalanche in there right then. You can put in $10, $20, $30, whatever you feel is appropriate for you. Now, as we talk about this pay as you mine, right? The pay as you mine is allowing you the opportunity to pay a little bit more in submission fees on a day-to-day basis, but you are getting what is called a Q chip, all right? So say I want to pay an extra $2 a day, right? I can save that there. And what this extra $2 a day is allowing me to earn this Q chip that I can use to redeem a miner. Now you can only redeem two types of miners, right? You can redeem the Trailblazer or the Explorer, all right? But this is where we would do it at. So this arrow, this thunderbolt at the bottom, as you accumulate Q chips, you're going to be able to assemble either a Trailblazer miner or a Explorer miner. A Trailblazer miner is 100% mining power. The Explorer, which you can only get right here, is 150%. You can choose how many of them you want. Of course, the assembly cost is going to adjust based on that, all right? So as you are paying, as you go, I want to go to this part right here because this is my first pay-as-you-go day, right? So hold on, let me make sure that this is sharing what I needed to share. There we go, okay. So as we can see here, I still have to submit for yesterday, and I waited till right now for this on purpose. Now this, just for a reminder, you see at the top right, it says the QuestNet chain. That's only because my Avalanche chain, I already have maxed out the capacity in that. For the folks that are new, you probably haven't maxed out your capacity in your mining docs and all that different stuff. So what you're seeing here is what you should be seeing in your Avalanche part of your application, okay? So when you jump in here, of course, we have the ability to use boosts and different things of that nature. We've seen what boosts can do over the past few months. We've been using boosts, which is an amazing thing. The one thing that I want to bring your attention to is there's a line item down here. Under here, it says spending balance, gas price, submission fees, pay as you mine, right? So I had mine set up for $2 extra a day, right? Now it's gonna accumulate all the different fees, right? So I'm on a different chain, so the fees are gonna be a little bit different here in how much they cost, and I'm paying with them with MQT here, but these will still be the same reflecting over on the Avalanche chain. Whatever you decide to pay more is what you're gonna pay more. It's not gonna be more than $2. It's not gonna be more than what you set, all right? And the Q chips are based on, I think it's like 10 cents per Q chip. So as you can see, I'm getting 20 chips for that extra $2, right? I'm gonna get 20 chips and they're letting me know. So I can go ahead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burn these boosts to make sure that I'm getting as much as I can. I'm gonna use those boosts. It'll let me know when it's done. Boost activated, great. Now, what I want to do after that is I want to go ahead and I want to submit my proof of physical activity on the blockchain, all right? Now, here's what I want to mention. We talked about in the beginning of this video how this is going to change the game for those that share, right? For those of you that are willing to share MoveQuest with others. Every time a person uses the pay-as-you-go, you are going to receive 50% of what they have just decided to pay on their pay-as-you-go. Now, mind you, I just paid an extra $2. So I'm set up to pay an extra $2 a day, right, for these Q chips. As you can see, I've now earned 20 Q chips there. And I still need a good amount of Q chips to earn a miner from this. But, you know, a person can decide to go ahead and just say, hey, I want to go ahead and in my pay-as-you-mine, I know that the miners are $100. You can decide to up this all the way to $100 if you see fit. Hopefully they add a place where you can maybe enter the price instead of having to click. But they anticipate people paying marginally, paying in small amounts, right? So I'm kind of putting this up. A person can pay as much as they want. I set it to 10. I'm still waiting for the screen to reflect that I set it to 10. But you can set this to whatever amount that you want, right? The person that you helped, the person that you shared this with, right? When you help them get a part of their pay-as-you-mine and start to work off paying to own their first miners, because as we said before, these phantom miners, they disappear, all right? They don't stay around forever. They're here for 135 days, right? They expire. You want to own some miners of your own that you own. So in order to do that in a pay-as-you-go way, they have introduced a system, right? 50% of what a person in your downline or in your first level, because this is not multi-level, this is only for the people that you have introduced, as they are building their miner base using pay-as-you-mine, you are going to earn 50% of what they submit every single day in the pay-as-you-mine. So say I have a person that says, I can afford that $2 extra a day to start working towards my real miner. A real miner is only $100. The Trailblazer is only $100. I imagine the Explorer is only $150. So for those of you that are out there and you are trying to get those miners, you can pay as you go. The people you share it with can pay as they go. And every day that they pay a little something on their pay as you go, you are going to get a 50% reward right there in your back office, claimable like as soon as they pay it. That is the beauty of a smart contract being set up, ladies and gentlemen. If you do the work, you're going to get the payment immediately. There's no one on the other side that's telling you that you have to request this money from. If you go to the networking tab, it'll show in the pay as you mine section right here. Right? Now, you see how it says AVAX. Now, Avalanche is the only place that you can take advantage of this right now. But this is going to be a mainstay in this project. Pay as you mine is going to be here. So as we expand onto the different blockchains, you are going to have the opportunity to earn on all those different blockchains, including MoveQuest's blockchain, the BNB, Solana, Polygon, Arbitrum, and all the other platform blockchains that we are going to be on. So not only will you be able to earn Avalanche incrementally, but you'll be able to earn all of those other different tokens when they launch in April. This is just a great introductory way to learn how to use it right now. So here's a hypothetical situation for my leaders out there, right? You know that a miner is $100, all right? The Trailblazer miner is $100. Say you have 10 people that decide that they are going to, and I'm gonna talk to chat with this because it'll help me do the math, all right? I use ChatGPT for those of you that do not know. So ChatGPT, I am in the MoveQuest pay as you mine, right? And as we know, in the MoveQuest pay as you mine, we have the opportunity to earn towards our miners using what's called a Q chip, right? The Q chip is what we use to redeem the miners. The pay as you go system is an incremental payment towards those miners every day that we submit. It's a payment that we get to choose. So whether we want to spend an extra 10 cents, 50 cents, $1, or an extra $10, $20, $50 a day to work towards our miners, we can do that. We will be getting Q chips in return for that submission. When we do our submission, we have to submit our physical activity to the blockchain to get those Q chips for that pay-as-you-go system. If you don't submit, of course, you're not paying the pay-as-you-mine that day, but you're also not receiving the Q chips, right? So like I said, the Q chips are what we use to be able to take advantage of that system. Now, Q-Chips, let me see here. A Trailblazer is 1,000 Q-Chips. Explorers are 50 Q-Chips. And for every 10 cents that you pay extra in submission fees, you're getting 1 Q-Chip. So that is just for the math for ChatGPT. Everyone else that's listening will be able to see this on their own, right? So say a person has a team of 10, right? And they want to, they all want to have at least 10 Trailblazer miners, which is 1,000 Q-Chips. They are all submitting an extra $5 a day, which is enabling them to have an extra 50 Q-Chips a day to accumulate to whether they get to their 1,000 or their 1,500 to get their miner. One Trailblazer miner is 1,000. One Explorer miner is 1,500 Q-Chips. So in a hypothetical situation, the pay-as-you-mine, well, this is how it really works. So I'm talking to Chad and you guys at the same time, so forgive me, y'all. 50% of everything that gets paid every day on the pay-as-you-mine is going to go to the person that referred that person. This is a one-level system, all right? So I want to put together a plan for the leaders out there to be able to make sure that they are earning their submission fees on a daily basis. So we know we pay our submission fees on with using Avalanche, right? And that's how we're going to be rewarded in Avalanche. So say a person, they're getting to where they want to get that $100 Trailblazer miner with their 1,000 Q-Chips. We are going to receive $50 over time, right? So every payment that is paid over that time, we're getting a payment as well to our pay-as-you-mine section in our back office that we can click this claim button, and hopefully I'll get a chance to share with you guys and show you guys that in the future as we build this out here on in my group. But the opportunity that we have to earn immediately as sharers is right there. Now you can decide whether you want to use that Avalanche and send it back to your MetaMask wallet. I mean, it's going to go back to your MetaMask wallet anyway when you hit claim. But you can decide whether you want to send that back into the system and use those as submission fees, because a lot of people are using MQT. They're selling their hard-earned asset that they're mining every day, and they're selling that for the Avalanche that they need to submit and continue to submit. This is a way to have your submission fees taken care of just by deciding to share this project with others. I think this is an amazing, amazing tool for folks to earn right now. They don't have to wait. And 50% rewards on these $100 miners, $150 miners, you understand people aren't just going to get one miner. We have the ability to fill 18 docking slots, all right? Now, I want to remind everyone, each one of these docking slots cost $100. I mean, they cost $80 right now, but they will cost $100 when the blockchain launches. When all those other blockchains come and MoveQuest blockchain launches, these are going to be $100 a docking slot. My suggestion to everyone is to take advantage of them being $80 right now and open up as many as you can. If you can't open up any of them, that's okay. Use your Phantom miners to mine while you can. And then, of course, help to grow the community, because when we see the community grow, we're going to see the price of MQT grow. Right now, the price of MQT is at $6.30, which is great. I think that's fantastic. We have a strong project that is growing, and it's exciting to watch and see. But this project right now and what it has just allowed us to take advantage of with the pay-as-you-mine and being able to earn as we share, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's all about. I mean, this is not what it's all about, but I think this is the missing piece for some of the leaders out there. You know, they were seeing how you could mine this MQT token, but we all know folks got bills to pay, right? Not just submission fees, they have bills to pay. And this is a way that you can assemble your small team, however it is, and over time you can incrementally, I mean, people are choosing how much they pay every day. So it's going to be, if a person decides to do $2 or $10 a day, you're going to receive half of that in AVAX. 50%, y'all. That's a huge, huge deal. So a person decides to put $10 a day towards their $100 miner. It's only going to take them 10 days to get enough for that miner. But over that 10 days, you're going to get $5 a day. $5 a day in Avalanche. So as we share this with others, we got to keep that part in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to mention to you guys that I'm one of the few people that have the opportunity to set you up, if you're a leader out there, for all the docking slots that you help people open under you. There's a way for you to receive a commission for that as well. But that is something that is for the leaders. It's for the folks that reach out to me and express a want for this. They express that they have a community they want to share this with, and they want to be able to earn a little bit more. Reach out to me. I'm not hard to find. But for right now, this pay-as-you-go mining system, I do believe, is amazing. For those of you that are out there that don't understand the power of this hatchery, and for those of you that weren't on the call last night, they're going to be adding a tier 5 hatchery, y'all. They're going to add another hatchery in February, first week of February. I do believe either the 6th or the 7th of February. But you don't have to have the most powerful miners and all that great stuff to participate in the hatchery. You just have to submit every day. So say you're a person that has one docking slot, one miner, it's costing you 10 cents a day to mine, maybe even 5 cents if you're a person that has a navigator, whatever the case may be. But you have capital and you have a lot of MQT that you've purchased or whatever, you want to purchase MQT. You can use the hatchery to grow your amount of MQT per day. Now, of course, you will only be able to take advantage of the hatchery, the golden hatchery, by going through the nest hatchery or the incubator. The incubator gives you miners for participation. The nest is just a simple way to be a part of a hatchery. It's a 10-day holding period. The minimum deposit is $5 worth of MQT. It's just a simple way to participate in the hatchery to gear yourself up for the golden. You cannot participate in the golden unless you have participated in one of the other hatcheries. But the rewards here in the golden are immaculate. They go from 30 days to 210 days. All right. So that's just something that folks can use. The tier 1, you're going to get for each MQT that you deposit into the hatchery, you're going to get 0.0005 MQT, right? Tier 2 is 75 days long. For every MQT that you put in, you're going to get 0.0009 per MQT per day. Tier 3 is 135 days long. The daily reward is 0.0015 per MQT you deposit. And of course, Tier 4, which is the most popular hatchery, is 210 days long. For every MQT you deposit, you're going to get 0.0022 per MQT. All right. So some math there that you can do. There's a calculator in the back office. All that stuff is there for you to be able to use. If you deposited 1,000 MQT, it's going to show you how much you can earn from that. All right. It'll also show you how much you're currently earning from the hatchery cards that you have currently. And as you can see, I have quite a few. All right. I'm using this ecosystem the way that it was intended. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited about what pay-as-you-go can do. Don't forget about the fact that we have a miner match challenge going on right now. And while some of you may not be able to get the full mirror match, having one miner on every one of these blockchains is going to be advantageous to you. So submit as often as you can. I just wanted to get this word out to you guys out here as early as I could today. I hope everyone listened to the call last night. If you didn't, I have the calls in my Telegram group. If you're not in the Telegram group, it's in the description of this video below. All right. So make sure that you participate in the things that they're giving us an opportunity to participate in, ladies and gentlemen. You have an opportunity to earn crypto right now. You have an opportunity to mine crypto right now. You have an opportunity to be rewarded in crypto right now, all from one system that is already going to help you change your life physically. We haven't even talked a lot about that in this video, but that's one of my favorite parts about this opportunity. Take yourself on a challenge. Go on a 135-day run with those Phantom miners if you want to. Go 135 days. Challenge yourself to max out. See what it's going to do for your body over the first 60 to 90 days. But ladies and gentlemen, the opportunity that you have, and then the repetition of submitting your proof of activity every day and doing all that stuff is going to be good for you in a system that's actually going to be here. Now, I'm just going to end with this. I am one of those people that have been watching the space for a long, long time. I'm watching some of my colleagues participate in different projects, and I'm not hurt that they're not choosing MoveQuest. I'm going to continue to be here as that guy that maybe has to be the standalone guy as a part of my colleagues that are out here doing this. I'm happy for every one of them. But what I do see is that there are a lot of projects out there that are not giving full transparency. They are, to me, in my opinion, fly-by-night opportunities. And I'm just grateful to be a part of MoveQuest because it has taught me, just in my involvement over the last couple years, so much about cryptocurrency and blockchain and technology and transparency in this space. And also, when a platform is giving you a whole bunch of hype, and we've seen enough of that in this space. So as I pray for all my colleagues out there getting involved in different projects and different stuff like that, and I wish them all the best, I am excited about what MoveQuest is doing, what it's going to continue to do. And we'll be here when all those leaders decide that MoveQuest is something that they want to add to their docket. We're going to be right here. And we'll be here to encourage them and help them move forward in this project, because I do believe that this project right here is going to really help people change their lives, not just physically, but fiscally, on both sides of the ball. We are here to grow this thing. There's only like 2,500 people that are submitting their proof of physical activity consistently on a day-to-day basis, ladies and gentlemen. That is not enough to even fill up a NBA basketball stadium. Not even close. Now imagine when this MoveQuest brand is all over the world. Not just the United States, not just North America, not just in third world countries and all this different stuff. MoveQuest is going to go viral one day. And when it does, we'll be ready for it. We'll be ready to scale it. We'll be ready to move forward. We'll be ready to have all the different bells and whistles that are here right now. The opportunity to pay as you go for some of these miners is an amazing opportunity. But for those folks that are in small teams, you're really going to have a huge opportunity to now earn crypto on top of, or be rewarded for sharing and showing people how to take advantage of the pay as you go for their miners. All right. So I just want to jump in here. I encourage everyone to watch the videos for themselves. Watch Lynette talk about the system. Watch Waleed explain the pay as you go. We're going to learn more about this as we go. This is my first attempt at trying to explain the pay as you go. So I'm going to get better at explaining it. It's going to get more simple. It's going to get more easy as people start to use it. And as people start to earn their 50% rewards for helping people be a part of this ecosystem using the pay as you go, they're going to really start to see this as a way to make an income for themselves. That's what we're all trying to do. We're all trying to make an income for ourselves. So that being said, put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. If you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. Ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BLJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man, because if he gets you, nothing I can do to help you, all right? Stay diligent and vigilant in the space and in the comment section as well. I'm going to be working really, really hard to start putting some plans together for our leaders out there, and even folks that think they want to be leaders. There's so much opportunity here in MoveQuest that I'm going to start painting some big picture scenarios using the stuff that we already have, using the tools that are already here, but just starting to play with some numbers and really see what MoveQuest can do for the leaders out there. We are all trying to experience life-changing income. We all want to see MoveQuest's price go up, but we all must understand that we need MoveQuest to grow to experience that. All right. So I'm committed to that growth of MoveQuest. I think it's an amazing idea. I think it's an amazing opportunity. And when it makes sense, it makes dollars. And if it makes dollars, it makes sense. So, you know, sometimes that doesn't apply, that last one. But anyway, I'll see y'all on the next one. Super, super excited about what MoveQuest is doing. And hope you all take advantage of the pay-as-you-go system as we continue to learn more and more about it. Peace out. See y'all on the next one. Bye.